often people do that for good reasons, some miss our different opportunities. And what we always see very often is that people know what to invest, but in very large sense, it's very difficult to learn how to invest and where to invest safely. And what we've seen so far on the blockchain is quite very difficult actually to own actually cryptocurrencies, and especially to own it in a secure place, and more importantly, how to trade it. We want to bring every holistic wealth management solutions from the institutional banking world to put it on the chain. And how we want to do that is through the technology of blockchain, of tokenizing different investments, but more importantly as well, to bring in the philosophy of blockchain, which is based on decentralization. Our philosophy is based on the masses. We call it the meritocratic system. That's what blockchain is about, that everyone who contributes to the society, the community, actually gets rewarded. Accessibility, like in Switzerland, we are able to do business with most countries. Swiss-made, obviously, because we're made in Switzerland, we think that we have a great heart of innovation. It's been forward-thinking in terms of politics. We've been as well very open-minded in terms of technology. We've been decentralized political system. And we always been forward-thinking in other departments. Trusts is the foundation of every transaction in the world, even more when you're in a community-centric business such as blockchain. How do you apply this? It's through our CADO business practice, which we think that everything that's related to wealth management should be customized, automated, decentralized, and you need optimization for that. So right now, what's the main problem coming from the banking institutions on the off-chain? Most time you would see for embarking on onboarding a new client on the bank, it's very time-consuming. The KYC process is very long. You have high fees, low transparency. Performance is doing quite poorly for the last, besides on NASDAQ and some lucky players this year. There's no real customization, only maybe for the very high-end people. There's no democratization. You don't really have your word to say. And what's coming from the on-chain world for all the cryptocurrency holders, which are individuals, but as well DAOs as well, the companies, so they're B2B business as well, is that there's very few solutions in the investment side. There's high volatility with that. There's hacking cyber threats on a daily basis. You have, that was only a month ago, we have over 2,500 cryptos today. So a lot of overfitting cryptos that don't make any sense, and there's a lot of scams in those ones as well. And there's no capacity of providing financial advisory to that. So what's our solution? We want to create a Swiss cyber bank that's completely decentralized and it takes action. And who we want to do that for? We're targeting individual cryptocurrency holders, but not only. We're looking as well to help DAOs to do their asset management business. Because it's very interesting that we're seeing a lot of ICOs raising a vast amount of money. But when you raise 10 million, 5 million, 8 million, or 200 million, what do you do with that when you're in Ether? Do you just leave all your cash in Ether and just hope that goes up? That's maybe a good strategy for short-term thinking, but going forward, how will all these different DAOs able to have real asset management solutions? Well, we're bringing help to that. So how do we do this? Right now, we have created an investment management platform. Think about it like an Amazon platform, where you have different tokens. All of the different tokens are funds of cryptocurrencies. And within that scheme, we divide them by 3 different categories. So essentially, it's the investment universe that's divided into market cap, 1. The number 2 would be geographics, and then it would be sectors. So we have these different investment universe. Then going forward, we'll be applying different strategies to it, because it's good to do buy and hold, but there's other strategies that are less risky that you could be applying absolute return strategies, more tactical strategies, more quantitative investment strategies, like that you could replicate all the different hedge fund solutions that we propose. And by doing so, we could then, on the third layer, have a risk profile for every of these tokens. And so we'll be dividing that from these 3 different pillars. And based on these 3 different pillars, we could then onboard a client, do the KYC, do a digital ID, and basically on his risk profile, invest in different tokens that have the best risk return. So in some way you think about it, it is very much like a robo-advisor model, but with bigger brains on the blockchain. So how do we do that? It's through tokenization. Every person that comes through our platform will have his own token. And a token, think about it like a fund. It's exactly the same thing. The big difference between a fund and a token is that a regular fund in the regular world, on the off-chain world, we would have to ask a lot of different layers of people, a lot of different intermediaries, and it'll be very hard to set up a fund for a customer who has only say $100,000 or $10,000 or even $1. Whereas creating our own token, what we could do, it's only a Control-C, Control-V from our GitHub. Once you apply one token, you could just create another token. So what here we're bringing is not only a diverse asset management solution to one person or to one individual or DAO, is we could really give a customization for even let's say a cent. So by doing that, we could really target individuals, high net worth individuals, DAOs that have 100 million, but as well DAOs that just started or individuals that started their business. Moreover, which is very important, is that we think that obviously we come from the asset management houses. We've been doing hedge funds over a decade, our team. We think we're highly experienced portfolio managers and traders, but we don't think we're the best. And when you think you're on the blockchain, that's about it. It's about finding a platform, a solution, where we could eventually swarm all this intelligence and bring a decentralized investment management platform. Is that if there's some people in the room that are trading cryptocurrencies, is there anyone here trading cryptocurrencies on a daily basis? No? Well, if they had one, and he would be really willing to propose his investment strategies to anyone that will be willing to be on our platform, well, after extensive due diligence, we would then onboard him on our platform. So we would have a decentralized investment management platform offering first our different token funds, but going forward, it could be token funds of different investment managers, making sure that they're up with their investment mandates. Going forward, we want to offer more solutions, step by step, obviously. The idea would be to bring in more wealth management solutions, such as payment solutions, because it's good to own 10 Bitcoins, but if you can't spend them it's not that useful. So we would have different payment solutions. We'll have as well a digital exchange, because that's a very lucrative business, and at the same time, it's something that we need. As of today, we trade with 22 different exchanges. That's how complicated it is right now to make sure that you're invested with all the good cryptocurrencies and the different ICOs going on. What's our team? Our team today, this is an investment team. We're 5 people. Our background, as I said, is hedge fund. It's a team divided between Lausanne, Zurich, and Toronto. We're looking forward to onboard very soon a Japanese portfolio manager as well, because it's cryptocurrencies, as you know, it never stops. It's 24-hour, 7 days, 365. And as you can see, our eye bags are quite bigger and bigger. We like to sleep, so having a Japanese guy would make a lot of sense. This is the tech team, essentially people working in the banking industry and as well in different FinTechs. You could not know it was a cybersecurity team, because if not, they'll get hacked on a daily basis. That's what happens a lot. You have to know that phishing, DDoS attacks, Slack attacks, Telegram attacks, we get that on a daily basis. And that's probably the biggest hurdle we have today in this business. Our board advisor consists of big players in the blockchain industry, but as well in the banking and the FinTech as well. We're very happy and proud to have these people. They're all very active. It's a funny world, because as we're making new technology on a daily basis, as we're building new business model on a daily basis, as we're making the new laws on a daily basis, everyone wants to get involved in this space, and especially in Switzerland, because it's really becoming one of the heart, and we're really proud to be part of this young nation that is trying to reshape the financial era. What are we doing? We just started a pre-ICO that happened 3 weeks ago. We haven't done any marketing. This is, I think, my first presentation or second. So sorry if it's not good. Next time will be better. We've raised so far approximately $10 million, or Swiss francs actually, but it's pretty much the same, in cryptocurrency, but as well in fiat currencies. Our backers right now are a private bank, soon a VC, family offices. What else? We have a hedge fund, and then we have a lot of different high net worth individuals, and then we have these random calls that a 19-year-old boy wants to invest 50 bitcoins with us every week. So that's good. It's quite a crazy thing, but that happens already twice. So that's really good. We have different milestones, obviously. If we raise only 5 million, we won't be able to be a Swiss bank, have the Swiss banking license. But if we have 50 million, we then will be able. Essentially, that on our milestones, step by step, we get to get clever in terms of investment management. We tend to have offering more different services, and we tend to have being more and more regulated, which makes sense. This is what we just said right now. Our ICO is going to happen on November 21st. We want to raise roughly 25 million prior to the ICO with strategic investors. We want to raise after 25 million during the ICO, and we want to limit the size of tickets during the ICO, because we're not just building an investment platform, we're really creating a community-centric cyber bank. So we want to make sure that our investors of the ICO become our community, because if not, we'll just create another bank with different big whales and having the possibility of not really having this swarm intelligence, which we're looking for. All the tokens that will be unsold will be kept in our meritocratic system that will be able to reward every people that's contributing to our platform in terms of marketing, IT, or investment. Someone shared a very interesting fact earlier, is that today when you invest in an ICO, you actually don't invest. You give money to donate. You donate money to a foundation. And there's no legal entity that backs the investor. So if you want to sue Ethereum tomorrow, good luck. You can't do that because it's a donation what you're doing. And we really tackled that problem, and with our lawyers that are brilliant lawyers, probably the best in the game, MME, that are the godfathers of legal in the blockchain space, we're working on a solution where an investor would actually be a token. An investor would be a token holder, and that token holder will actually own shares of our cooperative company. Because it doesn't make sense how the model is funneled today. This foundation rule, it doesn't appeal so much to the institutional investors. So our game for ICO right now will be done through the conventional way. But going forward, we have an IOU. This token will be transformed into a C share. That means that every token holder will have governance rights of our Swiss cooperative company. So you'll have dividend rights, governance rights, ownership rights.